Hi everybody, my name is Jeremy, this is Red Means Recording Modular, and today we are doing a video on the rack that you see in front of you, which I am calling the K-Hole Bleep Hotel. It is a rack that I put together around the WMD modules here, the drum modules and the Metron, and it spits out minimal techno of a very specific variety. This is what it sounds like. Ostensibly, this video is about these WMD modules right here, which WMD sent over for me to demo along with their new hi-hat module Clutch, which is dope as hell. And as you've heard, this system can do some really interesting things, and I'd like to walk you through how the system works. We'll take a listen to Clutch and just enjoy some weird techno. For some context, I love minimal techno. It's the first genre of techno that I fell in love with before I really got more experience with techno. And it's really wild to me to have stumbled across a configuration here that kind of arrives at some of that old like Richie Houghton Dex Effects 909 sound that I fell in love with. I'm just really stoked to be able to do that live. So let's start off with the drums. So we'll be using Metron to sequence in here. This is WMD's sequencer. It is incredibly big and complex and can do a lot of stuff. It's the closest you'll get to an Electron-style sequencer in a Eurorack environment. It's incredibly powerful, and if this is the full amount of knowledge you can have about Metron, I know this much, but this much is enough for me to have a really good time. So right now we're listening to Crater. Crater here is the kick drum, and it is very simple. You can turn down that. We have decay, pitch, pitch decay, and pitch envelope amount. So I'll get these down, get those like psytrance kicks, and turn this down, we can get a bit more of a minimal kick. Something like that. We also have click. What click is going to do is add a little transient. So no click, click, tiny little bit of extra transient up there. You can make the transient decay longer, which gives you more of a beater sound. And then you can kind of pick from different timbres for that. So lots of stuff there. There's sustain if you're using a gate, and then different clipping modes to get really nasty. I pretty much just leave it sort of like that for the whole time. Next up is Kraken. Kraken is their snare module, and it's really interesting because it really sounds like a real snare. Whatever physical modeling is happening in here is really interesting. So you notice I have two rows of triggers I just put down. There's a head in and a rim in. And they're great to use together to get different like timbres out of this thing. So shell is kind of your main, like what kind of snare do I want? Low tune is the body of the snare. There's a pitch control to repitch the snare a little bit. Decay. Overtones. So you'll just kind of dial in where you want that sound to be. It's very intuitive. You don't really need to worry too much about like, am I in the right place? All you have to do is say, does this sound like what I want it to? And snares are actually the little vibrating things in a snare that give it the sort of sizzle. And you can hear now that we're very dead. And as I open this up, the snare gets more snary. We also have rec and model. So rec is sort of like a, well, like a distortion. Hell yeah. And model sounds like a kind of a different take on the resonance of the body, but I'm not 100% sure. I really like the way this rim sounds. It's got this really nice, just kind of unobtrusive vibe with the rest of the mix. So it's really good as like an accent to get a little bit of extra rhythm to your track, a little extra syncopation and groove. I really like that. We'll come back to clutch. Chimera is a weird percussion sound. So it's mostly kind of like tambourines. I have this really cool mixer over here, this influx mixer from G-Storm Electro, which works perfectly in conjunction with this if you just need like a mixer for these little things. This is a great little mixer for that. So you can hear that we've got this like crazy, almost like tambourine clatter. Surface. Oh, that's cool. It's got a little groove to it. It's crazy. It's like coins, all kinds of weird ass shit going on in here. That one's really good. Pitch. So you can get like different kinds of textures. If you take it way down and turn the decay down, you can get like almost like a slappy mid-range texture, which is great to combine with the snare and other things to get that sort of mid-range groove that techno has. Pitch envelope. So Chimera is one of those ones where you can reach for as like a highlight of whatever you're doing in the mix at the moment, meaning it can be what you're playing to kind of give the track movement and vibe. Density. You hear a little bit of granular effects going on there, which is pretty neat. And then this effects thing, which has a couple modes, as does over here. That's cool. Yeah. That's cool. Crucible. This is a physical modeled ride and crash cymbal, and there's an edge input and a mid input. So this is the edge input. At first I was a little disappointed it doesn't sound like a 909 ride, because that's my favorite type of ride for techno, but I found that it was very performable. And it's got that like really, it sounds real, like it's just like jazzy as hell. I don't know, it's cool. So we have that, and then we have the mid, which is gonna be like the little bell in the middle. So you have splashy versus like ridey kind of. And there's three models here. That one sounds almost like a little 8080 kind of ring moddy. And then these two have a very similar vibe. So, lots of available grooves that you can have with these. It's great. I like to bring in the ride as sort of like my like, oh, this track is really getting going now, because it always adds this really wonderful splashy vibe to the whole thing. And then we have Fracture. This is such a wild module. Let's get some going. So there's two inputs to it. There's trig and tick. Trig is the main input. So let's hear that. So you can hear this crazy kind of stereo spread out sound. That can be chosen by surface here. So let's pick this one. Spread and density work together Listen to that. That's so cool. So that's spread. It's adding a bunch of pitch changes. Density is how many particles, because I do believe this is granular, sort of to an extent. So listen to tick. That was trig. Listen to tick. It has a built-in reverb. You can go hall. And then room. It's just such an evocative, weird thing. And I'm really, really glad that it's as weird as it is, because it allows for some really, really interesting moments in a set when you rely on Fracture specifically to create a vibe. And of course, you can really make this big, which is how you might do a build-up. And then bring it back. It's good shit. Let's talk about Clutch. Clutch is the new hi-hat module, and it is a lot of fun. So, close hi-hat. Let's go ahead and start over on side A. Turn the release down. There are a bunch of different banks of samples in here, and each one has open and closed. So, as I switch surface A around, you can hear some very classic hi-hats here. These are all samples on the card, and you're welcome to switch these out if you want. But let's explore the banks. That's cool. It kind of morphs. Ooh, I heard something interesting there. Oh, cool. Oh, nice. That's very techno. Oh, that's great. Whoa. Whoa, what the hell? So there's some experimental stuff in here too. That's cool. Oh, wow. Holy shit. Let's get a bass line going. So what I've been doing for bass is I'm using the Oderoy here, and just pure sine wave. I'm using the Bishop's Messalini right here, which is a sequence generator and processor. And what I do is I pick a scale. Let's pick Arabian, or Arabic, excuse me, switch this to knob. And now what I can do is hold down this and turn this right here. And I basically pass through the scale. So what I've been doing for my bass line is literally just making it on the fly, like turning the knob, recording that sequence, and that's it. It's this really deep, minimal bass line. And it's groovy. Like I can go from 16 steps, I can do 32 if I want. I haven't really gone over 32. 8 is very tight, but you can hear 16 steps, which is like a 1 bar, is a nice little groove. I can also turn up things like the wavetable here to get extra vibe, or the filter. We'll go over Oderoy a bit more, but I just wanted to get a bass line going in there. Cool as hell. So, we've clearly got some interesting sounds on this side. Oh my god, I love that. For the sets I've been doing, I've been staying in very safe territory. This yellow bank here is like shakers, if I remember correctly, so that's pretty cool. All right, pitch. Release. This is a three-way thing here. If you look at it here, we have high-pass filter. Turn it over here. Offset. And this is a balance between open and closed. Over here we have the three-way thing for beat. So let's go over to layer B. Layer B is a whole nother set of samples. Listen to that. Yeah, that's cool as hell. So you can mix these. We also have a three-way switch here. This is surface, so this is where you pick what you want B to be. Then we have a low-pass filter. And pitch. I usually have it in surface B here, but your mileage may vary. All right, and then we have effects. The cool thing about effects mode is I can hold this down, adjust this, and it will go back to normal. I can change effects by holding that down and using this little toggle switch right here. So, pretty cool to have that. I'm gonna not use any of the effects when doing my sets, but just because I already had so much I needed to be concerned about. One of the cool things about this is the feel. So let's just go ahead and listen to just the hi-hats. So there is like an accent input here. Obviously, you can put an accent in here and have that occur. You'll notice that this blinks when I have two things happening at the same time, meaning the open and closed. But one of the really cool things about this is this feel thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and go like that. Now see, feel is on, and you can kind of see this pulsing a little bit. And I don't know if you can notice this, but there is now a bit of a groove. And you can change between different grooves by switching that toggle to the right and viewing the color of this. And so what these give you is just a built-in sort of extra bit of velocity change. I think it's just velocity. I don't think release is involved, but you can definitely hear some velocity changes there. And this is huge for machine hi-hats, basically, like where, you know, you're giving it a trigger, but you're not really like giving it anything else. This is just automatically gives you a vibe. And I think it's really, really great to keep your hi-hats just have a little bit of extra vibe without you having to do anything. So, pretty dope. So that is an introduction to Clutch. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot more in-depth videos on this. I'm talking mostly about the system, but of course I wanted to call out Clutch because this set would not be the same without Clutch at all. It's absolutely a huge part of the sound. Okay, cool. Let's talk about the rest of the system. We already talked about influx. Got all the drums going in here, except for the kick drum. I should probably put the kick drum back into one. I just was worried it was gonna maybe clip this, but I really haven't had that much of a problem with it. I also want to move this down closer to me because I really want to use these mutes more often. And I love sliders for performance, so I should have this closer to me. Oh, I know why I didn't put the kick drum in there. It's because I'm running them all through ASUS Trifecta. This is a 3-channel effect processor, so you can stack up to 3 effects. And what I have is a compressor, a verb, and a ping pong. And I don't have anything hooked into the CV inputs here, so I just reach up and do this. can hear that ping pong's on there now. And then I have a verb, which I use for build-ups. Yeah. I feel like I'm barely scratching the surface of what's possible with this. There's a lot of really great effects in here, including a brand new granular effect, which I haven't tried yet. So we may take it out of this track and give that a try, but it's doing a great job in here. Output of that into Vortices, and then output of this down here into Vortices. So what's going on? Oderoy, ostensibly a like drone oscillator. Like it can do wild drones. We have a sine wave, we have a looper that's currently filled with white noise, a wavetable or supersaw oscillator, an input, which I'll show you in a second what that's doing, a filter, a resonator, echo, and ambience. So this is my bassline, but it's also an effect processor and a event generator to be looped by the raw yaw media chorus. So let me create something here, and we'll go ahead and loop that. So I'll turn this down. This 4-bar thing happening. And it's giving the track, this part of the track, this part of the set, an identity. I can reverse it and speed it up. So all these weird ass grooves end up appearing through my interaction with this. And it's very spacey, very druggy, and I love it. Let's bring disting in. So I have a bunch of little vocal one-hits on disting, and I just kind of pick one. I don't know why it like randomly triggers like that, but what I can do is like sample that. Change up my bass line. And then play with this over here. Bleepy, weird, abstract, fun. If I need to do a build-up, usually kill the kick, push these up to create space, come over here, turn up the reverb, and when I'm ready to go back, bring it down. that is it. I've been having a lot of fun with this. It's a lot to handle, more so than any other thing that I've played with in terms of like live techno. If I utilized the full feature set of the Metron, I'd be in a better place. But other than that, it's kind of just like I have to move slower. I need to make less changes over time. And be aware of the groove and just let the groove go. I'd like to hit those 8 and 16 bar things if I can. But I don't always do it, and that's okay. Strange conglomerations of things happening. Okay, so that's the K-hole Bleep Hotel rack. Thank you for watching. Thank you to WMD for involving me in the clutch launch and for giving me a chance to try your drum modules. They are truly fantastic. If you have any questions about how this rack works, leave them in the comments. I will try to put up a full set with this rack. It depends if I have one that I'm completely happy with or not. They take a lot of practice, and you know, because it's all live, I haven't gotten quite every moment perfect, but because it's all live and because it's all improvisational, the shit that can happen when things actually get like zoned in on this are insane. I love it to death. Anyways, check the video description for links, and yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. My name's Jeremy, this is Red Means Recording Modular, and I hope you have a wonderful day.